What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Thursday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, to follow me on Twitter. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM. They have an offer for you new users. If you need a new account at BetMGM, $1,000 first bet offer is available to you at BetMGM.com with the promo code JUICE at sign up at BetMGM.com. Okay, we haven't had a sweep in a while. That felt really good. 4-0-1. That was nice. We hit both NBA player props with the Golden State Warriors, with Looney going over his points, rebounds, and assists, and Wiggins going over on his points. That was nice. 1.5 unit there. We get a push. Miracle. You guys swept plus extra. I went 2-0-1 on the full unit plays. You guys went 3-0 because by the time you got up, you bet 4.5. I bet 5. I pushed, you won. So good night for the Daily Juice crew with you guys betting that. So hopefully you guys trailed. I know I talked about fading me. Hopefully I didn't hurt you guys by telling you to do that. We came up big because the Golden Knights game goes over. 5-2 final. Vegas gets a big win. I had a moneyline parlay of Colorado and Vegas. I thought they both would win their home games in game 2. That happened. They bounced back. Every series except one is 1-1 in the NHL playoffs. This is phenomenal. We're in for so many good games and so much great content to talk about here in the NHL playoffs. But the trend went to 18-0 before it finally died with the wonkiness going on with Kawhi Leonard, who scratches right before the game. Number went from 3 to 8. It closed at 7.5. The Suns win by 5. So technically it's 18-1, but I mean, it was 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then spiked to 7 and 8. It didn't cover either one. So 18-1, I guess, is technically the record right now for teams that are favored who win the game to cover, but we're going to ride that trend again here tonight. I got 2 bets in the NBA, I got 2 bets in hockey, and 2 NBA player props coming at you here on a Thursday, so we'll have 6 bets in total going here. A little bit of a bigger card on Thursday after a pretty good day yesterday, so let's keep it going. Let's attempt to ride this a little bit here into a Thursday, but before we give you the picks for the day, upgrading to Betting Pros Premium. We can do that for you. We can win it, actually. If you'd like to be the one that we pick to win that, like this video. Subscribe to the Betting Pros YouTube channel and comment underneath me, because if you do, and when you do, you could be the one we select at the end of the month to be upgraded to Betting Pros Premium, whether you're looking for access to exclusive player props, picks, and custom analysis of your betting performances. It all can be found with Betting Pros Premium. It's got the tools to help you cash more bets. If you don't want to wait to the end of the month, however, for the giveaway, you can sign up for it right now at bettingpros.com/upgrade and start betting smarter, not harder. By the way, we haven't talked about, somebody asked me, sent me a DM and said, Matt, do you still sell the Daily Juice hats, t-shirts, and hoodies? Answer is yes. bettingpros.com/shop will get you into the store where you can go buy Daily Juice hats, Daily Juice t-shirts, and Daily Juice hoodies. Those are all still available, right? There's 2 different hats. There's like 8 different colors of t-shirts, and I can't remember how many different colors of hoodies, but you can 100% go and do that. It's available right now at our store. For Betting Pros, you can buy other hats and Betting Pros gear as well. bettingpros.com/shop for that. All right. I'm not going to go too in-depth here. I got 2 bets. There are 3 NBA games. I have bets on 2 of them. The Atlanta Hawks are hosting the Boston Celtics. Boston is 5-0 this year up against the Atlanta Hawks. They won both games in Atlanta this year by 9 and then killed them by 20+. Boston, this game, I think, goes very similarly to the Philadelphia game against Brooklyn. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. I think Atlanta is going to be swinging. I think Atlanta is going to have a lot to say. Maybe Hawks in the first half. Wouldn't hate that. But at the end of the day, Boston's favored by 5. I think Boston wins, Boston covers. In the end, it's too much Celtics. In the end, Boston stays undefeated this year against Atlanta, and Boston gets a very big win here. I lean towards the under, but I'm going to in-game this from a total perspective. I don't want to jump on it pre-game. Under's probably the bet, but Boston needs to play great defense, and then it will go under. There's no guarantee Boston will do that, so I'm just going to take Boston -5 here for 1.1 units. Okay, play number 2. MSG is going to be bumping. The Knicks have a home playoff game up against the Cavaliers. They're only laying 2 points. So the Knicks went 2-0 this year at home against Cleveland. And I know Cleveland's got tremendous talent, but I just think the Knicks at home with Randall, they lost game 2. That's good. They won game 1, lost game 2. They've got home court. I think Cleveland's going to be in for a dogfight, and I'm only leaning, dropping 2 points here on this. Knicks -2 to win and cover. I do lean towards the under on this, lean towards the over, lean towards the over in this game. The Knicks were 24-17 to the over at home, and 4 of the last 5 games at home went over for the Knicks. Cleveland was 21-20 on the road this year to the under. The total here for Boston is 228. For the Knicks is 211.5. I think Boston's going up, and I think the Knicks are going down. I think Boston's under. I think the Knicks are over. So I'm going opposite what the direction of the steam I think will go here for this. But if you want a more basketball play, a lean, Celtics -5 and the under, Knicks -2 and the over. Kind of counterintuitive what the games are going to go, but those are leans. But the official plays, Boston -5, Knicks -2 to ride the 18-1 trend this postseason, in which teams that are favored who win cover. Either they lose the game outright or they cover. So the Suns snapped a 2-year streak with that wonkiness with Kawhi Leonard. I mean, it's Kawhi doesn't get scratched. They cover the 3 points, and it's now a 19-0 streak. But because it's closing number, technically it's 18-1. But I'm going to ride it a little bit more here with the Celtics and the Knicks here, -5 and -2. Celtics on the road, Knicks are at home. All right. I don't need to go too far in depth with Carolina and the New York Islanders first period under at -130. We're 2-0 betting this, same price, same everything. It's been 1-0 the last 2 games of this series. We are switching venues, going home. Islanders get the last change, even better. Islanders are still the worst team in the NHL to a first period over. 1.3 units down. Carolina Islanders under 1.5 goals in the first period. Just going to ride that until it burns us. Yes, it could be sweaty. Not going to be fun. It could be an early goal and we got to sit on it and worry. But 1-0 or 0-0 after 1 period here. -130 Islanders and Carolina. Now, the Oilers are on the road at the LA Kings. The Oilers were the number 1 team in the NHL to the over this year. The Kings are a team that, they're kind of middle of the pack in terms of where they are at home total-wise. LA was 21-18-2 to the under, okay, at home. Over their last 10 games as they kind of approached the playoffs, the LA Kings were 6-4 to the under. And you might go, it's playoff hockey. But we've seen 7-6 being the total. So the number really should be 6 or goals being scored, right? First game over, second game under. But because of the Oilers being such a crazy team to the over this year, they were the number 1 team on the road to the over, 27-14 this year. By far, no, I guess not by far. Only they tied the Canucks. The Canucks were 27-13-1 to the over on the road. Edmonton 27-14. It's even money. It's too much value. I know people hate that term. I hate that term. Bet it because of value. I just think a 4-3 final is very possible here. Okay? It's very, very possible. I'm not sure who wins game 3, but I expect a wide open game here. Late TNT, nationally televised game. I'm going to go over 6.5 goals for Edmonton and the Kings. I know we bet it in the last time in game 2, and it burned us. Changing of venues, maybe it opens things up a little bit. 5-2, 5-3 type final with these teams over 6.5 goals, even money, Edmonton and the Kings. I don't really care who's in net. It doesn't matter who starts. It's the same bet no matter who's in net, Skinner or anyone else, or Korpisalo or anyone else. It doesn't really matter to me. So not worried about the goaltenders. Same thing with the Islanders and Carolina. Not worried about the goaltenders. Either of the four that could play are fine by me. Over 6.5 goals, Oilers and the Kings. Under 1.5 goals in the first period, Islanders and the Hurricanes. Yes, I do think the Boston Bruins win tonight, but I'm not going to bet it because it's the biggest game of the year by far. I don't want to be emotionally involved. I might do a Celtics and Bruins moneyline parlay, but that would be a personal play. To do that, that would pay a B's and C's parlay pays at plus 144. Celtics to win. Bruins to win, one of the few last times we can do that. We bet that all during the regular season. I think that's a pretty good bet as well. Boston, Celtics, Bruins, moneyline parlay, but I don't want to be doing, we had a good night last night. I don't want to be doing parlay where like the Celtics lose and we lose 2 bets on it, or the Bruins lose, which they could very well lose game 3. It's possible. I'm not saying they're, I think the Bruins do win. Don't think it's going to be impossible. I think the Bruins winning, if you want to correlate Bruins over 6 and the money line, to do a same game parlay on that. I don't mind that either. I think the game's going to go over. I think it could be a 4-2 final or a 4-3 final. I don't think Florida knows how to play a low-scoring game. If it is low-scoring, Bruins win, okay? In order for Florida to win, it's got to be high-scoring. So, one thought is okay, bet the over just because you can, if Florida wins the game, you cash the over. I don't think Florida wins a 3-2 hockey game, but nothing official on it, all right? Officially, though, we're going Celtics -5 for 1.1 units. Knicks -2, 1.1 units. Under 1.5 goals, Carolina and the Islanders, 1.3 units. Over 6.5 goals, Oilers and the Kings, even money for us on a Thursday. I will put 2 NBA player props in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get into that. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Every morning, the Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM.